So we'll start sitting and making yourself comfortable. And whatever sitting position that works for you, will be here for a little while, almost 10 minutes, so 5 to 10 minutes. So just make sure you're comfortable. Sitting in a chair is a good option if you struggle sitting on the floor. So wherever you are, on a cushion, and the spine straight and the body relaxed. So taking a moment, we'll do a quick body scan, so close your eyes. And as I name the various body parts, try and see whether you can relax them a little bit further, perhaps, if they need it. So relaxing the feet, the toes, the sole of the feet, the top of the feet, relaxing the shins and calves, relaxing the knees, relaxing the thighs. So letting go of any tension. If you need to adjust. And then sitting on your sit bones, relaxing the hips and buttocks, relaxing the abdomen, the chest, and the torso, the whole of the torso. Relaxing the back, lower back, the middle back, and the upper back. Relaxing the whole back. And relaxing the hands, the fingers, the wrists. If you need to do any movement with anything, go ahead. The arms, forearms, upper arms. And all of us will bring our shoulders up and then just drop them down. And bring opening the chest, bringing the shoulder blades a little bit together. And relaxing the neck. And relaxing the whole of the face, so the mouth, room between the upper teeth and lower teeth, tongue decompressed from the upper or lower palate, wherever it might be, lips gently closed, relaxing the cheeks, relaxing the nose, and the forehead. The forehead especially is where we kind of tend to hold tension, and relaxing the eyes. Relaxing the whole face, the scalp, and the whole body. So a quick scan by yourself, just to see where it is that you could perhaps loosen a little bit. Might take a little bit of movement to make sure you're completely comfortable. And now feeling the spine elongating, and bringing your hands in Chin Mudra, so with the thumb and forefinger touching the remaining 3 fingers out wide, separated, and on the knee. So feeling your breath here, feeling the breath in the diaphragm. So as you breathe in, the diaphragm goes down. So that's this big bone here, just goes down, making room for air to go and fill in the lungs and the torso. And then as you breathe out, the air goes out, the navel comes back to the abdomen. So carrying on a few more breaths, feeling the movements of the various muscles in the body, diaphragm. And as you keep on breathing, you might feel the rib cage going to the side. And exhaling slowly, not overdoing anything, just feeling the breath. If you want to deepen the breath a little bit, you can do, but no strain. Relax the eyes and the face again. The back is straight. Taking a few breaths, deep abdominal breath, feeling the air filling in the lungs, the whole of the stomach. If you know how to do full yogic breath, go ahead. But no forcing, only what works for you. And now bringing your attention to the heart center. So that's kind of the middle of the chest almost. And connecting with that space. Feeling the breath in that space. And we'll leave the attention there and we will chant Om 3 times and our beginning invocation. So when you're ready, join me. Sahana bhavatu sahano bhunaktu saviryam karavavahe tejasvinavaditamastu ma vitvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. And welcome everyone. So nice to see you all. So today we're going to have a bit of a mixed class as usual. So we're going to be starting with Ujjayi breath. So we were working on Ujjayi breath, and then we gave it a little bit of a break. So we're going to do a little bit more of Ujjayi today. We will do it now, and then we will do it in one asana later on. And then we're going to be doing a bit of moving, and then we will have a long relaxation. So we'll have about 20 minutes relaxation at the end. So make sure that you can be warm, and if you need to get anything, now might be a time to quickly grab a blanket or whatever you might need to make sure you're comfortable. Okay, so we will be starting with the Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi breath is the ocean breath, or the Darth Vader breath, and so so I will teach it again, so some of you will know it. So if you know it very well, you can practice it, that's fine. And if you are not very sure about it, then this is the time to kind of properly learn it. So the breath goes through the throat, so it's not a snorting kind of sound through the nose, or snorting or snoring sound through the nose. It is through the throat. So what we're trying to do is we're almost there's a bit of a constriction in the throat, and the breath goes in through the throat and back out as well. So it takes a little while. So the way I taught it last time was to start doing it with the mouth open, just because it's easier to understand it. But the real practice is with the mouth closed. Okay, so I will show it again. And if you're confident, you can carry on your own. Okay, so I will exaggerate the sound a little bit so that you can hear me. But when you are doing it, somebody 2 meters away from you would not be able to hear it. Okay, so it's not very loud. It should be audible only to you. So with the mouth open, it sounds like this. When you're inhaling, and when you're exhaling, it's almost like this. You're like steaming a mirror, when it's a bit cold, and imagine you're in a car and you want to just steam the mirror, and that's exactly what it's like. So you're really controlling the flow of the breath. So I'll do it one more time and then you can have a go. When I'm teaching it, I use the sound ho to inhale and then ha to exhale. This is just to help us get the hang of it. But when you kind of really understand it and are fully okay with it, then you won't need to make that sound as such. So it's okay. So have a go. So with your mouth open, if you're still learning it, and then inhaling with the whole sound, feeling the constriction in the throat, and then so for those of you who are familiar with it, you can close your mouth now and do it. And for those who are just learning it, carry on a few more breaths with the mouth open. It's easier to learn. And then obviously when your mouth is closed, the sound would be less audible. So if anyone has got any question, please ask. If anyone is not sure, if we were doing it face to face, I'd come round everyone and make sure that I can hear you and I can see you. And but I think it's going to be a little bit tricky to do that. But if you're not sure, at the end, I will. You can show me, and then I can tell you how it is if you like. So a few more breaths. I think I'd send round a handout on Ujjayi. So for those who haven't got it, just let me know and I'll send it to you. Which explains the benefits. So it is quite a good way of prolonging the exhalation. The exhalation is long, as well as the inhalation. It is quite a calming breath. It helps to reduce anxiety. It might also help with insomnia as well. And last time I'd suggested that maybe when you get up, instead of starting straight away, jumping out of the bed, is just to get up, sit on the bed, and do 5 Ujjayi breath, and then start your day just to kind of set the pace for the day. It's quite helpful. So face relaxed, no straining in the throat. You might be straining a little bit when you're learning it, but once you get the hang of it, it would be fine. So if anyone's got any question, please ask about the breathing. Okay. So now letting go of the Ujjayi breath, and we will come up straight into standing. So we're going to do a bit of mix and match. So I always make a plan for the class, but I never follow it. So let's see where we get to. Okay, so coming into a standing position and just taking a moment here and coming into a hip distance apart. So making sure you've got room either side so your arms can be outstretched. Okay, so I'll be here. So hip distance or a little bit wider, arms to the side. And I will just demonstrate. So we will inhale, we'll turn to the right, we'll look at the right fingertips, the left hand bend, and just comes close to the body. Exhaling both hands out. And then, sorry, inhaling both no, sorry, inhale and then exhale to the center. So inhale, back to the left, and then exhale, coming back. Okay, so let's start. Arms to the side, and then inhale, turning out to the right, bending the left elbow, dropping the shoulders, exhaling back. Inhale. And then exhale. So just moving, looking at your back finger, making sure your hands are relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed, and your feet are relaxed as well. If you need to separate them a little bit more, go ahead. Looking at your fingers to the back. And a few more times. And you might be feeling it a little bit. And then once you've done, finishing with your left side, and then let the arms relax, let the shoulders relax. So for a moment, just feel the sensation in the shoulders. And now we're going to do a balance pose actually quite early on today. So it's a really easy one. So we'll start with the left foot right on the floor, and then the hands on both hips. So making sure you are nice and straight, the hips are square. So we will inhale the right leg forward, and then exhale, coming back to the center. Inhale back without going forward, and exhale, center. The foot just touches the floor. Inhale to the right, exhale, center, inhale, left, and then exhale, center. So now we're going to do that on the left side. So standing on the right, so inhale, right leg, left leg forward without, so it's a bit of a balance pose, so make sure it doesn't matter how far your leg goes, make sure it's straight. Exhale, center. Inhale, back. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. And exhale, center. So we'll do that 2 more times each side. So when you're practicing on your own, you can do 5 each side or even 10 each side. So inhale, forward. Exhale, the foot comes back. Each time the foot comes back. Inhale, back. Exhale, center. Inhale, side. It doesn't matter which side you go first. Back to the center. Away from you to the left. Back. And then when you're ready, the left leg. So making sure you're firm on the right. Inhale, forward. Exhale, center. Inhale, back. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. And then do it 1 more time at your own pace with your own breath. So one with the whole sequence with the right and this whole sequence with the left. So making sure it's slow and not too fast. And you're not falling to one side. So staying with the breath. So if balance is a little bit of a struggle, you can be near a wall, that's fine. Make sure your hips are square, keep square, and relax. Okay, So it's quite a good one to do. It's got balance, but it's also got this movement, which is quite nice to do. Okay, so we will do a little bit of what we did last time. So we did this at some point. We did a bit of jogging. So we'll do the same today, since I guess not a lot of us have been out at all today. So we'll get our hands in a bit of a fist here. So and so we're just going to go just lifting the legs, and we're not coordinating with the breath here. We're just going. And if you're feeling fit and want a bit more movement, so if you want to stay low impact, which I'm going to be doing, I'll stay here. If you want to go high impact, you can bounce around, that's fine. So we're not going up too much now. We're just starting. So you can just bounce. And so we'll keep the hands here all the time. So if you want to increase a little bit, we're not bending the knees too much yet. You can just go a little bit faster if you like. And then going a little bit slower. And now we're going to do the knees. So we're going to lean a little bit back, and then we're going to bring one knee up and then the other. So we don't need to run. It's just lifting one up and down. And those of you who feel quite energetic today, you can go for it. And this is only if you're feeling very energetic. You can bring your arms up to here. And also if you haven't got any back pain. So I will not do this, but if you're comfortable, you can bring your arms up to shoulder height. But for most of us, we'll stay with the hands here at the chest. So we're leaning back a little bit. So it's quite hard. I personally find it quite hard with the arms going up on my back. So watch your back. And then slowing down. And relax. So now we're going to lean a little bit forward. So this time we keep our arms here, our hands at our chest in a fist, but light. And then now we're going to go touch so lean forward a little bit and then touch the buttocks. So now for those of you who want to bounce or to actually be a bit more medium impact, go for it. For those of us who want to stay low impact, this is what we're doing. So we're just moving, and it still gets the heart rate up. So you're leaning forward ever so slightly. So if you want to go a little bit faster, you can do. And then going a little bit slower. So we don't stop straight away, we slow down. So when we go fast, we just then slow down before we stop. Okay. So now we'll just do a bit of a funny thing to the side. So if you've got an artificial hip or anything that you can't go side too much, so don't worry about it. Otherwise, we'll just go side to side, trying to kick the side here. So one, just like that, a little bit of movement. So keep your arms still at your chest. So you choose how fast you want to go, or it can be very slow all the time and steady, that's okay too. Okay, and slow down if you were going fast. And then relax. So while you're relaxing in Tadasana like so, with the legs apart, and I will just show the next one that we're going to do. So we're going to keep the arms straight and bending the knees. So I'm just demonstrating first. So we'll inhale through the normal through the nose, and then we'll exhale. So we exhale in bursts through the mouth. So try it. So you can bring your knees as far as you like, or you can just leave them. The knees can be close as well, like just a bit hip distance or above, whatever works for you. The arms are straight. So inhale through the mouth. Oh, sorry, through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth, slowly in little bursts. So this is quite a good exercise to recuperate, or it's also something that we use before doing pranayama or a breathing series. And then slowly come up. And then if you need a break, if you need to relax now, you may. And otherwise, we're going to be doing some half sun salutations. So we're not going to be doing full today, just some half ones. So we're going to be doing the two halves separately. So coming to the front of your mat, you choose whether you are a toes touching person or the feet are slightly apart. So tucking the pelvis under and making sure you're nice and straight and comfortable. There shouldn't be any discomfort here, and you're standing through the whole foot. So feeling the length, and inhale, exhale, bring the palms together at the heart center. So inhale up, so you can bring your arms in whatever position you like. For those of you who want to work much harder, you can bring the hands together and bring the arms behind the ears, but only if you want to. Otherwise, you can do wherever you like. The arms can be in cactus arms, it doesn't matter. Okay, now a little bit of a back bend. And then exhale, coming down. Let the head hang, let the neck loose. You can bend your knees. For those of you who can get the palm of your hand on the floor, do so. Even if that means bending your knees, just staying here in the forward fold for a moment. Now inhale the right leg back, the right knee on the floor, come on the tip of your fingers, uncurl your back toe, looking forward. So really looking forward. And then bringing the back foot to meet the front foot. And then we come up with a nice flat back. So keep the knees bent, bring the arms back, flatten the back. And then coming up using the arms and the legs, going up first, and then your back bend. And then to the center. And arms to the side. So we'll go again. So inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, coming up first. So we go up first and then back. When we go up first and then back, we don't put too much strain on our lower back. Exhale, coming down, hands either side either foot. Let the head hang. Inhale, left leg back, left knee on the floor, tip of your fingers looking up to the ceiling. And then curl your back toe, and then find a way that you can come up. So you might need to just go back a little bit. And then for those of you who can, just float the left foot so that it lands very lightly. So we're not stamping, we're just floating. Bring your arms back, open the chest, and coming up again, back bend, and then hands to prayer and release. Okay, so we'll do that a few more times. So inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down, head, neck, relax. Inhale, right leg. The tip of your fingers looking up. Exhale, back foot to meet the front foot. Inhale, up, back bend. Exhale, hands to center, hands by your side. One more. Inhale, exhale, hand palms together. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down. Inhale, left side. Looking up. Come on the tip of your fingers so that the upper back is nice and straight. Feel the stretch. Using an exhalation, bring the back foot to meet the front foot lightly. So coming back with the bent knees, coming up, back bend, and hands in prayer, and hands by your side. Okay, so this time we're going to do a half one, but we're going to just be adding a few variation. So now interlace your thumbs and the rest of your fingers with the index fingers pointing up. So if you can, just bring your hands to either side of the ears if that feels good. If it doesn't feel good, you can just bend the elbows and just go that way. That's fine too. So feel the length of the body, but relax the shoulders though. And then inhale, exhale, going to the side a little bit. It's not a big movement. And then back to the center. To the other side and center. Exhale, the other one side, center. Exhale to the side, back to the center. And one more time, side bend. And now going for a little bit of a back bend. And we'll stay here and we'll breathe. So make sure that you're not going too far back and there's no pressure on your lower back. So the weight is almost a little bit on the heel. And we're kind of bending here at just where the brass strap would be, or just upper back-ish. So staying here in the back bend, breathing here. And then exhale, coming down into a forward bend. So here you can choose your variation for your arm. You can hold opposite elbows and let gravity get you down a little bit. Or you can bring your index and your middle finger in between your big toe and the second toe, and your thumb on the top of the big toe. And just enjoying your forward bend wherever you are. If your hands are on the thighs, that's great too, but I would encourage you to keep your knees straight. So wherever you are, it doesn't matter where the hands are at all, but keep your knees straight. Of course, if it hurts, don't do it, but try and, so bringing the center of gravity a little bit forward, And then inhale the right leg back, the right knee on the floor. And here we're just going to come into a bit of a variation again. So we're going to go into a twist. So opening to the right hand to the back, looking at your right arm to the back, looking at your right hand. So this is also a little bit of a balance pose, so taking your time here. And then we're going to come and bring the right hand on the floor this time, if you can. And then we'll lift the left arm up. If this doesn't work for you, you can bring the right hand on the left knee. But if it works for you, put it on the floor this time. Okay, so now we're going to come into, so pivoting your back foot, and then we're going to come up into warrior. So coming up into warrior two. So the front knee is bent, but you can still see your toes. And you're relaxing the shoulders. You're looking into the middle finger of the left hand. And now bring your hand, your arm or your elbow onto the left knee and open the right arm up. So making sure you're not clasping with your whole of your left foot. Your left toes should be nice and relaxed. And then coming back to the center. And then we'll open the legs. So we'll just go to the side here. And then we'll just come down to wherever you feel you can come down. So the back is flat. So the arms can just be on the thighs, on the legs, wherever they go, making sure you're not putting too much pressure on your knee. So if you need to walk the legs a little bit forward, do. For those of you who can get your hands, both hands in the center, get your hands in the center. If you can, hold your toes wherever you are, and then just go forward. So it's a wide-legged forward fold, coming a little bit forward. And then slowly either bringing the hands back in the center, heel toe, walking the feet together. And then we'll come back with a nice straight back, the arms to the back. Coming up, back bend, and hands to prayer, and by the side. Okay, so now we're going to try and do the same thing on the other side. So let's see how that works. So inhale, and then we're going to go into the side bend again. So index finger up. So again, exhale to one side, inhale center, exhale one side, inhale center, again, exhale one side, inhale center, exhale, and come back to the center. So now a little bit of a back bend, not too much. Don't bring the neck back too much. So I've always told you to think about your hands at the back of the neck. And then coming down slowly. So here we're not going to do too much of a forward bend. We've done a forward bend. So inhale, the left leg back, the left knee on the floor. So come on the tip of your fingers looking up. And then we're going to come up into our twist. So we're going to twist to the left this time, left arm back, looking in the direction of your left hand. The left shoulder is relaxed, the right shoulder relax. So if you like your toes curled or your toes relaxed, up to you how you prefer it. So breathing in this position. And then bringing the left arm on the floor and then lifting the right arm up. If this doesn't work so much for you, you can always put the left hand to the outside of the right knee. And then we'll come back here, and then we'll bring both hands to either side of the foot, and then we'll pivot the foot back, and then we'll come up into Warrior Two. If this transition is not working for you, so just come to Warrior Two. So relaxing the shoulders, the arms are nice and straight in one line. The body is not going forward, but the body is nice and lifted. So looking to the middle finger of the right hand, making sure that you can see your right toes, and also that your right toes are kind of relaxed. So we've got that knee directly above the heel kind of movement again here. And then we bring that the elbow to the thigh, and then lifting the left arm up. Breathe here. If this hurts, you can always bring the left hand to the left hip or waist. And then we're going to pivot the legs. So bringing both hands on the floor if you can, or just wherever you go, wherever feels comfortable for you, and then just bringing the center of gravity to the front. So just staying where you are. So I'll just turn, but you stay where you are. So keeping the hands wherever is good. If you can get them on the floor, get them on the floor. And then if you like, if you haven't got any knee problems, you can just bend one knee at a time and then just swaying side to side. If you are super fit and got no problems, you can go all the way to one side and do this, if that feels good for your body. But not all of us can do this, so just moving from one to the other is always good. So we're just stretching a bit of the inner legs, the groin area a little bit here, which is not an area that we very often stretch, so it's quite good. And then, so heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, coming to the center, and then coming up, back bend, and hands in prayer, and arms by the side. And then we relax in Shavasana on the floor. So a really long session on standing. So now we need a nice rest on the floor. So in Shavasana for a few moments, letting ourselves get our breath back and just letting the body relax. So you know your body well. If you need to bend your knees, bring them to the chest, whatever you need to do to feel good, go ahead. We're all different. So it's not our final relaxation yet. We're just resting. So we've done a lot of work on the legs. So now we're going to do a little bit of the upper body in a few moments. But for now, relaxing on the floor in the Shavasana position, making the exhalation twice as long as the inhalation. So taking your time. and letting go. So relaxing on your back, letting the body relax, feeling the various sensations, letting the body absorb the practice. If you need to do any movement, bringing the knees to the chest, bending the knees, rock and rolling on your back, whatever you need to do, go ahead and do that now. So once you've kind of done whatever movement that you need to do to feel good, then come back to this stillness. So the stillness, when the body is still, the mind is still. And so when you're ready, we're going to do a couple of movements now, not too much. So I will demonstrate the next two movements. So this is you can watch and keep on relaxing, but watch, and then I will talk you through when it's time. So basically, my hands are down there and my knees directly underneath my hips. So I'm going to bring the top of my forehead on the floor, and then I'm just going to roll my head a little bit so that my neck is nice and straight. And then coming back to relaxing. So I'm just going to alternate slowly with these two movements. So it's just trying to bring, it's a nice stretch for the neck. So if you've got any neck issues, be careful. If you want to not do it and do any neck stretch, you can do. And the idea is also to get oxygen to the brain. So it is quite a nice thing to do to prevent headaches and migraines by just trying to get the blood flowing directly to the head. So that's one, and then I'll show you the second one. The second one, the forehead is, the middle of the forehead is on the floor. So that's the middle. And then the arms are just by where they would be in cobra. And then we're just moving the head to the side, getting the opposite ear towards the floor. So really just moving the neck here, decompressing the neck. And also we're getting oxygen to the brain. Okay, so I'll talk you through. So coming into, if you can, come into Vajrasana, and then bringing the hands just as you would into all fours. And then bringing the top of the head, the forehead on the floor. So inhale, rolling forward a little bit. So your weight is quite a bit on most of it is on your arms, but a little bit on the head. And then exhale, coming back. So top of the forehead, inhale, the back of the neck is nice and straight. Exhale, back. So if this is not working for you, just relax. If you've got high blood pressure, you shouldn't do this. So see how it goes with your neck. So you will know your body, you will know whether this is not good for you. If this is not good, just do any neck exercise. And so 2 more times. So it's almost getting that sensation that you might get when you're doing headstand, but without actually doing a headstand. And then coming into a child pose for a moment. You can come into a child pose where you're supporting your chin, your version of a relaxing child pose. And now we're going to go with the side to side one. So when you're ready, come again into either Vajrasana or just all fours where your hands will be. And now bringing the middle of the forehead onto the floor. And then exhale to one side, whichever side. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. So if your head moves or whatever, then just come back to it. Go mindfully, slowly. So we're in the middle of the forehead. The elbows are bent. Relaxing the neck area, decompressing any tension around there. And when you've had enough, just resting here in child pose for another moment. So this actually feels quite good. It does get oxygen to your brain. And then we're going to do one last bit, so we're just going to do the first variation of this. So we're coming onto the almost the top of our kneecap, so of our knee, not like we're on the middle of the knee, but a little bit forward onto the knee. And then we want the hands quite in front of us. So, and we're just going to go like so, inhale, and then exhale, coming back. So we're not going to go too much. So we'll just inhale there. So opening the chest. So the trunk and the back doesn't drop like so. It just stays a little bit. So the weight is all on the arms. It's working the upper body. So for those who know a more advanced variation of this, with Sashankarasana, Bhujangasana, you can do that. But for now, we're going to stay with this. So for those of you who are in my class on Thursday, if you want to carry on doing what we were doing, a version there, go ahead. If you know what you're doing. Otherwise, please stay with me, making sure that the lower back is not decompressed, is not sinking in, but is nice and not going too forward. Otherwise, all you're doing is hurting your lower back, which is not what this is about. So forward, weight on the arms, and then back. So you don't need to go back all the way, just this traction cat. So forward, and then back. So you can stay with this version, or I'm going to talk through the next version for anyone who wants to do this. So the next version is we're going to go all the way down, and then we come into Cobra, and then Child Pose. So we go all the way, Cobra, and then Child Pose. So you choose, you can stay with the first version, making sure you're not dropping the hips too much. So feeling the work a little bit in the arms, building up this upper body strength. So I'm not going to teach anything more strenuous. If you know what I'm talking about, you can do it. So a couple more. And then we all meet in Child Pose. So bringing the arms to the side and relax. And then when you're ready, we'll come in the Shavasana position, getting ready for our final long relaxation. So if anyone thinks 20 minutes is a bit too much for them, then you can rest for as long as you like. But it would be good if you can relax for the whole time. Our body needs relaxation too. So making sure you're super comfortable with a pillow behind your head and something underneath your knees if you need to. If you want to do the relaxation sitting, that's okay too. And so I will be using a term called prana in the relaxation. And prana is like the life, the energy, or the energy, the life force energy, if you like, in the body. So it's just this nourishment, this breath. It's a bit more than breath, but it's the energy that keeps us alive. If there's no prana, we are not alive. So it is a bit of a slightly different relaxation that we haven't done before. So which means that you will need to pay attention and not go into pilot mode. So when you're ready, so being completely comfortable, and then bring your hands, so settling down. Sitting is fine if that's where you want to be, but if you're sitting, making sure that you are your back is relaxed and eyes relaxed, everything relaxed. And now we begin bringing our hands in prayer position at the chest. So we start with prayer position at the chest. And I will recite something in English. So whatever exists in the whole universe is under the control of prana. O prana, protect us as a mother protects her child. Give us affluence and intelligence. So now repeating a resolve that you have 3 times. If you haven't got a resolve, you can work with one, which is my immune system is strong. My immune system is strong. If you've got another one, then go for it, please. My immune system is strong. Repeating it 3 times with feeling and emphasis. And then when you've done that, release the arms to the side and in the proper Shavasana position. So making sure you're warm, and bringing your attention to both feet. I relax my feet. I relax my feet. My feet are relaxed. I relax my shins and calves. I relax my shins and calves. My shins and calves are relaxed. I relax my knees and kneecaps. I relax my knees and kneecaps. Knees and kneecaps are relaxed. I relax my thighs. I relax my thighs. My thighs are relaxed. I relax my hips and buttocks. I relax my hips and buttocks. Hips and buttocks are relaxed. I relax my back, lower back, middle back, upper back. My entire back is completely relaxed. My entire back is completely relaxed. I relax my abdomen, chest, and clavicle. Abdomen, chest, and clavicle are relaxed. I relax my hands, fingers. Hands and fingers are relaxed. I relax my wrists and lower arms. Wrist and forearms are relaxed. Elbows, upper arms are relaxed. Elbows and upper arms are relaxed. The shoulders are relaxed, shoulder blades are completely relaxed. The mouth, the chin, the jaw are relaxed. Room between the teeth, relaxing the tongue. Lips slightly closed, completely relaxed. Cheeks are relaxed. Nose and nostrils are relaxed. Eyes, eyeballs, eyelids, eyelashes completely relaxed. Eyes completely relaxed. Forehead completely relaxed, letting go, almost bringing a little smile on the face. And ears are relaxed. Ears are relaxed. Head and scalp are relaxed. Head and scalp are relaxed. So the whole body is relaxed. The whole body is completely relaxed. Please do not sleep. Slowly bring the awareness to the nostrils. Start feeling the movement of the breath at the nostrils. Your awareness beginning from the tip of the nostrils to the root of the nose. Feel the cool air entering and the warm air coming out. Recognize the speed of your breath, the force of your breath, the rhythm of the breath. Recognize any imbalance at the flow of the nostrils. One of the nostrils completely opened up and the other may be partially closed. This is nothing but imbalance in the flow of prana. Gradually extend the awareness into deeper levels of respiration, moving towards the throat, and extend that sensitivity in the trachea, slowly moving towards the lungs and spreading deep into the lungs. Sensitize part and every cell of the respiratory system, beginning from the tip of the nose to the depth of the lungs. Go on feeling the breath completely. Deep inner awareness, no effort, no manipulation, the most natural flow of the breath. Simply observing, not controlling. You may also recognize jerks in the breathing. The breath may or may not be smooth and continuous. Any imbalance here in terms of jerk, recognize it, simply recognize, no judging. Recognizing perhaps any drawbacks in the breathing. Let us proceed with the correction of the breathing. Now, consciously make the breathing deeper now and deeper. Deep inhalation and complete exhalation. Take in as much air as possible during every inhalation by expanding the lungs, and empty the air from the lungs with every exhalation. Now, make the breath slower and slower, and smoother and smoother. Slow, deep inhalation, smooth, complete exhalation. Gradually, reduce all efforts, relax, allow yourself the breath flow to return to normal so that it flows freely and smoothly. Let the breath flow on its own. No control, no effort, Drop the effort. Slowly come back to the nostrils. And once again, start feeling the movements of the breath at the nostrils. Let us use the power of the mind to guide the flow of the breath through alternate nostrils. So the practice of alternate nostril breathing by simply using willpower. The mind directing the flow of breath through alternate nostrils. Imagine and feel that you are inhaling through the left nostril slowly and exhaling through the right. Inhale right, exhale left. This is one round. So practicing another round on your own. Starting with the left nostril, finishing with the left nostril. Couple more. Observe the wonderful effect of alternate nostril breathing within the mind. One more, one last one. And the next time you breathe out through the left nostril, letting go of that breath. So now drop all the efforts and once again, allow the breath to flow on its own. No control, no effort. Become aware of the inner calmness of the mind and total relaxation of the body. Now let us slowly enter into the world of prana. Let us slowly enter the field of energy by going through different sensations in the body, beginning with the Chin Mudra. So adopt the Chin Mudra. So the Chin Mudra is where the thumb and the fingers are touching, so in both hands. So adopting the Chin Mudra where you are. So this is physically doing it. And take the awareness to the point where the tip of the thumb and the tip of the index finger meet. There, begin to observe the sensations in that region with pointed awareness. Do not press and release just observe that. And now press and release the thumb and index finger. Feel the nerve impulses moving from the tip of the fingers to the head. So following the prana from the tips of the hand to the head. So release the fingers now and slowly spread that awareness in both palms by adapting the prayer position in front of the chest. So bringing the hands in prayer position by the chest again. And begin to feel all the expressions of prana in the chest, feeling the movement in the chest. Feel your heartbeat. Separate the palms 1 centimeter. Find surface awareness. Separate the palms a few inches and bring it a bit closer without touching. So just moving the hands away a little bit and then closer a little bit, but not touching. So once you do it a few times, then you may or may not be able to feel a magnetic field between the hands. So you can bring it closer, but not touching each other. Repeat a few times and feel the magnetic field. So now Now bring the palms together and generate electricity between the palms. So just the feeling you can, so churning just means turning, not actually rubbing, just turning like that, churning, feeling the palms, generating electricity between them, feeling that, and feel the rotation. And you can increase the speed of the churn so you can see what happens. So you're not touching the palms. And then you can increase the speed, you can feel the magnetic field a bit more. And then you can reduce the speed. You will feel it a little bit less. So now slowly bring the hands on the floor again. And now spread your awareness in both parts of the body which are in contact with the floor, beginning from your heels up to the back of your head. Recognize all the sensations coming up in those regions. It could be a jerk, it could be a pulsation, a pain, heat, itching, prickling, tickling, or tingling. You may also experience mild electric current in some parts of the body, the subtlest expression of prana. Just recognize every subtle expression of prana. Every sensation is nothing but manifestation of prana. Prana expressing itself in the form of thousands of sensations. Gradually spread the awareness into the whole body from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. The whole body is nothing but a bundle of prana. So, feeling the prana in the body, and wherever you can feel any imbalance or anything that's requiring your attention, you can focus your attention there using a technique of sending positive thoughts through the flow of prana. Now feel the prana at the chest and channel it downwards, slowly spreading down through the chest, down through the front side of the hips. Feel the prana through the front side of the thighs, downward through the knees, front of the calves, back, front of the ankle joints, top of the feet, toes. The prana spreading on the soles, heels, calves, slowly through the back part of the thighs, buttocks, and through the back. Same time, feel the flow of prana through the back side of the fingers, back sides of the hands, back side of the arms, continuing the flow to the shoulders, back of the neck, and spreading through the back of the head, crown of the head, down through the nose, cheeks and chin, spreading on the front side of the neck and to the chest. Same time, feel the prana, arms and fingers. Now feel the whole body is charged with prana. The whole body is charged with prana. Now, repeating your resolve again, whichever resolve you had. Repeating it 3 times. You could use the one that I offered today, which is my immune system is strong, or your own. Now, slowly coming back to the body consciousness with vibrations of the sound Om as we chant Om in this lying position. So just feeling the resonance in your body. Om. 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 And then taking your own time and coming into a sitting position without disturbing that inner feeling. And we will finish with just one last invocation. So I'll chant the first verse in Sanskrit and then in English. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Patrani Pashyantu Ma Kakshit Dukha Bhag Bhave. And this translates as auspiciousness be unto all, perfect peace be unto all, fullness be unto all, prosperity be unto all, happiness be unto all, perfect health be unto all. May all see good in everyone. May all be free from suffering. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. Thank you very much. Slowly, when you're ready, opening your eyes.